Going to Kona, in a big island. Let's get off from the ship to the boat. Hi, Jace. Hi. Hi, Sleepy. Hi there. Sleepy Jace. Welcome to Kona, the big island. People swimming, kayaking, parasailing, snorkeling, relaxing. Kona coffee. He's coming. We're at the Kona coffee place. We're looking.
But Kona Joe has more than just a tree. We have a new way of growing Arctic trees, so all to preserve their rich, deep Kona coffee flavor protection. After the wet, the next stop for the coffee parchment is the dry room. Here they are sorted by size and density, made with the finest trellis-grown fancy and extra fancy Kona Joe coffee. Signature Kona Joe. From trellis-grown beans of the estate grade, our Leo coffee. From neighboring berry Kona Joe. From the rarest of all Kona coffee beans.
Big bite.
All the flavors of two beans in one. Decaf Kona Joe.
Once again, we thank you folks for joining us here at Kona Joe.
That's why we get a 30% more crop. The trellis system is definitely amazing. Right now, we are done with our harvest season, but I do happen to have a couple of red cherries here, if you folks want to pass them around. This is what it looks like when the cherries are ripe. And what we do is we hire pickers to go through the plantation. It begins like Robusta, where you get more of your instant coffees. But the Arabicas is all we carry here at Kona Joe's, and you can visibly see how we use a trellis system throughout the plantation. It's 18 acres altogether, 20 acres if you include all the property as well. Because we also grow bananas here, we also grow papaya, and we have other wild exotic fruits that grow here. The process is definitely the wet mill, which if you look a little closer, down at the bottom on the right hand side, you'll see a green roof, and that's where the wet mill process begins. That's where we start to separate the skins. But one of the things about the skins is that even though the cherry welcome to our dry mill. Welcome to our dry mill. Welcome to our dry mill.
Dry mill. It's how to dry.
Welcome to our dry mill, sir. Got some more examples here. So this is the next layer of skin on the coffee bean. Yeah.
So these are the pea berries?
And these are the pea berries. They're a little more rounded than the rest of the beans. Quality of the bean. Not necessarily the largest bean. The reason being is because coffee works as an absorbent. So right here, the way we store our coffee is we completely seal the doors and we control the humidity, and we also make sure that we don't have any paint on the walls so that the coffee doesn't absorb any weird flavors.
Huh.
And this way, you're able to store it for a long period of time. So what's recommended is low humidity, dry, and also with nothing for the coffee to absorb. So a pantry would be ideal, or a jar sealed would be ideal, because you also want to get all the oxygen out of the coffee, because that also will reduce the quality. Oh yeah. And we actually do that as well. Welcome, welcome. Here we go. All right, so the roasting room, there's many things I could say. Where to begin? I have some examples. There you are. I have some examples right here for you folks. I'll go ahead and say when it comes to packaging, it also maintains the quality. What this machine does is it packages when it comes to the bean. When it comes to ground, it's
Medium. This dark.
Now, they get big,
Singing Jays.
and only in a dry
Open and
area
shut.
like Kona will
Open
they
and
produce
shut.
fruit.
For the finished
Chocolate.
product, as we actually grow it and make it right here on this property.
Dark
We're the
chocolate,
only
semi-dark.
company of its kind
Milk
within
chocolate.
an industrialized nation that grows and processes chocolate. The genetics from a
Chickens everywhere. That's the cacao or cocoa trees. Chocolate tree. Cocoa tree.
Forastero, Criolla, and Trinitaria. You're sampling the first two this morning. Forastero is a very aggressive. Brambleberry means limber flowers, so the flowers and pods likewise come on the limbs of the tree.
All the way to the bottom.
Little bloom touching on the blooms on the trunk of this tree and above the gentleman's head here.
It's still
Very small
green.
little white blooms. They have 5 petals, 5 sepals, 5 stamens, and they have no breakers.
You can see your shoe in the cocoa leaf. Yeah, from the cocoa. Yes. It's not processed yet. It's a cocoa fruits. Drying process. In the sun. Cocoa tree. Look at all this cocoa. Cocoa fruits. It's kind of hard.
Cutting it, in this case, it will meat cleaver. As you strike the pod, you're turning it, so you're actually cutting through the wall of the pod.
Isn't that
Now,
something?
these cocoa beans have no semblance of a taste or smell of chocolate whatsoever. Very citric and sweet, very clean to the sense of taste as well as smell. Now, notice a thick-walled pod, 90% of the weight is in the pod itself. But Mother Nature designed it that way. She wanted to make. Mother Nature put that white slimy coating on every bean for a reason. And she knew as man evolved through the years, they would eventually figure it out, and they did. Inducing migraine headaches. 20% of the world is not. This is a Creole bean. Now Mother Nature said with a larger bean, specifically the Forastero, she have a nice heavy-duty coating of puma. She put a very thick coating on it. It takes 6 to 8 days to ferment the Forastero bean. Creole beans, a smaller bean, more rounded like a large peanut. She said, well, you know, the smaller bean really doesn't need a thick coating. She put a very thin. And again, that is characteristic of the Forastero bean. Has a nice white coating. 50% of the reduction of the bean. That would make a very small amount of chocolate. Very small. Normally, chocolate's 2 to 1 for every pound of chocolate. You've got about a half a pound of pure nib. Usually 2 to 1. Yes, ma'am.
Watch your step here. 2 stairs. 2 stairs, watch your step.
Yeah, just come on and bunch together and briefly reiterate what's going on here. You're going to be on your way. Yeah, just come on and bunch together. Wait a lady 120 for the dark. When we start the tempering process,
This is the big island, Kona Big Island. There's shops, restaurant over there. I guess that's hotel. Hi. Hi there. Where are you at?
Kona.
Kona.
Kona eating a banana.
Jace eating a banana. Hungry little man. It's getting foggy here. I don't know. Okay, you see, it's pretty clear. You don't even need the snorkel, just see it right there. If there are fish. But there's none.